What is going on, guys and girls? It's Ghost Robo and welcome to Tier 4. Today we're looking at the trapper of the group, the man with a plan, the man with a pet. It is Crow, the Batman hunter who comes in like a force. He has so much awesomeness packed into his 4 abilities. I can't wait to share it with you all. If you're enjoying these new hunters and Behemoth, make sure to hit that like button. Let me know in the comments who you want to see next. Today we're diving into all the details about Crow. He is the trapper, and what stands out about him most of all, besides those goggles and the hood, is Gobi, his pet bat creature that is going to be your best friend when it comes to tracking the monster. Now we'll go into Sunny, Slim, Torvald, the rest of the gang. I may even have those videos up already, so check those out. But Gobi, he was described to me by one of the Turtle Rock designers as a boomerang. You send him off a couple hundred meters and he will illuminate any wildlife. So think of it like dust tagging, but more mobile and something that comes back to you and recharges pretty quickly. You want to aim him into an open space. Send Gobi off down a tunnel, send Gobi off into the distance, and let him sniff out whatever he can. He looks freaking incredible. I want a Gobi statue or a Gobi Funko Pop or something ASAP. The story of Gobi is really cool. They named Gobi after one of Turtle Rock's pets, a lizard pet, and then they couldn't come up with a name for the bat, and they're like, why don't we just name him Gobi? It's stuck, and he even has a little collar that says Gobi. I have an extra ounce of love for Gobi because my dog's name is Kobe, and they are one letter apart. Unfortunately, Kobe cannot be thrown like a boomerang to sniff out evil. But Gobi can, and he's going to look for Behemoth right now. You want to send him off early and often, especially early on in the battle. Now, Crow is very interesting because while he holds 4 abilities like the rest of the hunters, he kind of has 6. Both of his guns fire in multiple modes. He has a stasis gun and a kinetic long rifle. Of course, he has the Trapper's Dome, and he has the aforementioned Gobi. Well, let's start with the more passive of his firearms, and that's the stasis gun. This thing is a direct slowdown to any monster. It's basically Abe's stasis grenades packed into a gun, and it has 2 different modes of fire. One is a rapid fire mode that will pepper the monster with little bits of slowdown, and the other is a charge stasis that definitely brings the monster to a crawl. If you hit a monster with the charged up stasis gun, I feel like it's more powerful and effective than the stasis grenades, and it really affects the monster for an ungodly amount of time. Like, that is going to be your lead tool to really get the battle turned in your favor as the hunters. Now, what we're firing here is the more damaging of his weaponry, and that is the kinetic long rifle. This guy has 2 firing modes as well, the first being a high damage rapid fire, and the second, get this, being a armor piercing charge shot. If you charge up the kinetic rifle, it ignores all armor and goes directly to health. I know it sounds crazy, it may even be crazy, but that's what it does, and it is a monster's worst nightmare. You know, go out and armor up, you come back for a fight, you may have a little bit of health, but you think you're all good and gonna really do work at stage 3. Crow comes in and says, sayonara, baby, and just slices away your health with his kinetic long rifle. I'm very interested to see how that works against some of the faster, more mobile monsters, because boy, was it brutal against Behemoth. Obviously, these guys will be integrated with all the other hunters on March 31st and the monsters, so they may see some balancing along the way. Crow felt very, very strong. I played him for a couple of hours with other Twitch streamers and YouTubers, guys like Swifter, Prodigy, the crew, the team Fernie, Vernon, the Funky Bunch. I played with Chris Ashton from Turtle Rock, my brother, and we went to work against Behemoth. Now, that was a missed dome. I'm sorry, got a little overzealous. Gobi just making my blood pressure rise, I guess. And there we see his outline. It's very effective. Firing a stasis gun at him, it does require a little bit of a lead. If the monster is moving, the stasis gun does become slightly difficult to hit with, and you're going to want to lead the monster because it seems to fire like it travels a little bit slower than you might expect from a projectile, but it's definitely worth it when it gets the hit. I really love this level, Broken Hill Mine. It's a really pretty level, and I like the fact that they took a chance to take us to a different environment on Sheer instead of just like open plains full of darkness and rain. Like, you will not forget what the freaking Broken Hill Mine is. You'll notice there I went through his armor, dealing some health damage, and now we're all dealing health damage with Behemoth taking a punishment. But look at that. That charge rifle is just chunking through his health. He doesn't have armor right now, so that's okay. But we are doing work on Behemoth. But Behemoth is doing work on us. One of our hunters is already down, and while I may be unlocking some achievements, my team needs to regroup and work together. Behemoth is a very mobile monster. If you check out my Behemoth videos, you'll see that he kind of plays unexpectedly. He's incredibly fun and incredibly challenging, but one of his greatest strengths is his mobility, and one of his biggest weaknesses is getting up close and personal with a group of hunters. He is an interesting beast, to say the least, as he deforms the terrain around us, which I think may be the coolest move in all of Evolve. Crow is no slouch either. His kinetic long rifle is going to rival the best of the rest when it comes to effectiveness and use, and the way that it modifies your team's strategy. It will encourage players to take on a monster who has a lot of armor and maybe low health, knowing that you can hit a rolling Behemoth with a charge shot, which I did not do there, as I get totally pounced and punished. But it's a little bit of give and take, because again, you'll see I'm chunking quite a bit into his health, but if you rapid fire it, it does a lot of damage as well. So if you want to open up the veins of pain for your team, you're going to want to rapid fire to take down that armor versus just trying to chew away. But Crow is kind of the perfect trapper against Behemoth, because he does have great tracking ability with Gobi, or at least average tracking ability with Gobi. He's not left in the dark like some of the other trappers. He's got good damage. He's got a good passive skill or support ability in the stasis gun. And especially with Behemoth, you're able to get more charge shots because Behemoth is slow to turn. So if you have 2 hunters in front of Behemoth, 2 hunters behind him, it's going to really give Crow the time he needs to charge up that kinetic long rifle and go to work. It would seem to me that Crow, his kinetic long rifle, and then the piercing rifle that we've seen earlier in the game, maybe they were built by the same dude or something, because they're both incredibly strong. Slim, Torvald, and me dropping back in. You can see his eyes lighten up. I like the Batman comparison. He's got a little bit of an Assassin's Creed Batman vibe. He's also very tribal and bird-like. You'll notice that the Tier 4 hunters are much more interestingly designed than the first 3 tiers, which I really like, and I hope they continue that trend. All in all, I really, really like the Tier 4 hunters. I think they bring a lot of fun and interesting mechanics to the table. Man, they rocked against Behemoth. I'm very curious to see how they'll handle Kraken, Wraith, and the likes. But we'll get to see that on March 31st. I'm sure everybody's going to be playing these guys for a while until monsters figure out how really to do work against them. It was interesting that Behemoth and this group of hunters almost felt like they were made with each other in mind. Like chicken or the egg, I'm not sure, but they did provide some interesting counters to each other. Gobi, what you doing, buddy? It's so cool to see that guy on your shoulder. He's just awesome. We're tracking the monster. Behemoth leaves tracks as well as fire path markings when he rolls, so he's pretty easy to keep a lead on, but Gobi is going to help us actually find out where he is located. I think strategically, you're going to want to use the stasis gun and the kinetic long rifle, kind of alternating, keeping the monster slowed for your teammates and then dealing damage when necessary. But there may be moments where you just want to go full-on damage mode, and I think that Crow is pretty good for that. Abe was my favorite trapper before. I don't know. Crow might replace him. Tier 4 may be just my favorite in all the groups. Slim, you guys know I have a secret crush on Slim the Medic. But Crow comes in a close second as my second favorite of the group, and that's like a very close second. You might as well call him a 1.5. We're now exploring the back, more open area of this map, where it looks like Behemoth is hiding out and fighting against some of my other hunters. I'm going to send Gobi off line of sight to try to get a sense of the monster. We're getting good marks. My teammates, we all work together. It was great to play at this event all in person. There's nothing like a good game of Evolve when you're surrounded by your hunter squad. Like, just when I've played in tournaments or when I've played like at this event, it was so super cool. And I'll be super honest with you, I do worry a little bit about the OP nature of some of these tier 4 hunters, but I do trust that they will make balances and adjustments as necessary. There's a patch coming soon, or it may be out already, that's addressing that for the first 12 hunters and monsters, so there's no reason they won't do the same here. I am down again. Behemoth keeping a keen eye on me. Look at that luck. The dropship. Oh my god, that's like winning the lottery. You die and the dropship comes right at the same time. Respawning was the way to go there for sure. We're looking at about half health and very little armor for Behemoth. So if we can get in there and connect long rifle up, it should be a good firework show. And Crow is kind of a guy that I think late game will sacrifice himself with that damage. Maybe it's not good in all situations. Perhaps a pro monster player could punish in this situation. But I think like his damage output is so strong that you might want to leave yourself vulnerable. Or I could see Crow being a great pair with Hank. Imagine shielding Crow while he's charging up that kinetic long rifle. That could be very vicious. And we're going to go in there and shoot Behemoth in the face. Behemoth's weak spot is in his stomach. He doesn't share the same headshot region as the other monsters. He's got his organs falling out of his gut, and that's where you're going to want to focus your fire if you want to deal max damage. He has rock walled up, protecting himself from my blasts, but once that goes down, I'm going to get in there. We are hurting right now. Can we turn this thing around? I'm going to start just peeling off his red meter very slowly, like it's a scab or a piece of tape or a band-aid or something gross stuck to your skin. That's a weird analogy, but it kind of works here as we remove more and more of his red bar. He is unleashing lava bombs, melee attacks, and fissures, but I have a clean look on him, and this is what I was talking about, where Behemoth has a slow time turning. So if you can combo the stasis gun with the kinetic long rifle, stay out of the way of some of his attacks, you can really do work. Trying to find a little secret window here. Where are you, Behemoth? Let's get a couple more blasts on you. I do have 2 strikes, so I have to be careful because my health is very low. But this is one of those moments where the risk is definitely worth potential reward, because I want to... Oh no, fit through the door, fit through the door, can't fit through the minecart. Oh my god, but we're still dealing damage. Charging it up. He's got me, I am gone. But I think we did just enough and that we will get to watch our team succeed. There's Torvald with the mortars. Oh, baby. That is a lot of punishment for Behemoth. Mini nuke from Sunny. More gunfire from the rest of my crew. And I think we're going to grab the victory. Crow did not die in vain. Instead, he is a champion. And I really think he is a champion. One of the coolest hunters. One of my favorites. And one of the best of Tier 4. Let me know what you think of Crow in the comments below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. And let me know who you want to see more of next. Make sure to check out my other gameplays. This is all me playing, so you're going to get to see me have hands-on time with the rest of the group. Sunny, Slim, Torvald, Behemoth, and even some more Crow. So stick around. There'll be a lot soon. Thanks for all your support on this Evolve series and the rest of my channel. I love you guys to bits, and I love Crow as well. So until next time, once again, drink some hot chocolate. We will see you all later.